All right, all right, all right. Hello. Good evening, everybody.
We're gonna
Welcome,
make
welcome,
cupcakes.
welcome. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are you? What? Slow down. Can you slow down? Thank you. I know you excited. Where your stool at? Y'all, good evening. Hi, everybody. Oh, y'all, I'm tired. Listen. So, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Paulette. I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide. .com, that is. Let me just say this again. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Paulette of Brownstone Worldwide. We are here this evening because it is Tips, Topics, and Talk Night. Okay? And what we're doing tonight is we are going to be talking about all things the brownstone while I make cupcakes.
Yay.
So we already have our batter, right? We already have our chocolate batter. And let me tell you the reason why I did this. Because it's fall, okay? I mean, come on. What else do you need? It's fall, right? And so because it's fall, why not do some fun fall stuff? So first things first, y'all already know that we have decorated the house and got some simple things out. We're going to be doing, hey, Tony, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. So the first thing that we've done thus far is I took care of doing some quick decor around the house. And, you know, that was pulling out some things that we already had for the year. What's up, y'all? Come on in here. Come on in. Come on in the room. Yes. Come on in the room. Hey, Tracy girl. Come on in here, honey. Y'all know what? I will never wear this shirt again. So listen, let me tell you why. Because it's too big. It's too big. And I have been trying to adjust it all day long. But I bought it because it's got the little arms out. You know, I call myself trying to be a little sexy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't working. It ain't working because it's like, it looks like a moo-moo. I look like Florida Evans up in this piece. And so it's just not working. So y'all, let me sing that again. Come on in the room. Come on. Come on here. Y'all come on in the room. Y'all come on and share this broadcast. Yes, go ahead and share the broadcast with all your friends, your family, all your church members and friends. Amen. Amen, saints. All right. All right. Amen. Amen. So listen, first of all, big, huge shout out to DeCarlo Collins with the front porch. First of all, he a bad mama jamma because I'm going to tell you something. It's chilly out here in Georgia. So I'm already knowing that where he is chilly. And then he bad because he right by the train, and we're hearing the train, and it's going off. You know what I'm saying? And he's still talking, and he's doing his thing. But big shout out to him because he is showing love to the Brownstone. And first of all, I told you guys this morning that I was going on live anyway. But I wanted to expound after I was inspired by his broadcast. If you guys didn't check it out, I encourage you to head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Check out BWTV. His broadcast is already there. Listen. He brought church tonight, or as the old folks say, the old black church members say, and the pastor and everybody, they say, on tonight. He brought the fire tonight. He brought the word. We were inspired, and I really felt like that was really for me. And let me explain to you, if you missed tonight's show, while I get ready. Amina, where's your stool, honey? I thought you were going to help me with these.
Yeah.
So listen, let me tell you what the brother was talking about tonight. Y'all, he brought the fire tonight. I'm just listening. I don't look, he might have another calling on his life. I don't know. But he brought the fire, baby. When he was talking, first of all, like, comment, share. I need you guys to let everybody know that we're here. We're on the air. You just missed Carlo. We'll be back tomorrow night. I'll tell you why in just a minute. But listen, baby. When I tell you that he literally brought the fire tonight, he talked about dead skin. Let's talk about that just a minute. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Thank you so much. Go ahead again, like I said, like, comment, and share. If you're part of the Corner family, or you're a part of Brownstone's Best, go ahead and share that in the room. I would really appreciate it because I actually did forget to do it because I got so excited because of what he was talking about. Y'all, DeCarlo was talking about the dead skin. And I thought, okay, why is he telling us about his the dead skin on his feet? So he was talking about how when, if, after you shower, whatever, you let your feet dry, whatever. And if you're not really getting the dead skin off your feet, like you'll get up under the covers, the sheets or whatever, and you ready to get cozy and go to sleep. And you can hear the sound of the dead skin on your feet. And so he said, ultimately, what he ended up having to do was, of course, soak his feet. And of course, that takes time, especially if the dead skin is really thick. And so it takes some time for the dead skin to come off. You can use quick methods or whatever, but eventually over time, you're going to have to scrape it away slowly and surely until you get that fresh, new skin. And I thought, oh, that's a word. I'm ready to run around this room. I was ready to run around the kitchen. Listen, I was ready. I was ready to shout. I was over here saying, preach, preach up. I swear, I was ready to shout because what he said brought a fresh new light on what I am experiencing as a business owner. I don't want you guys to ever think for a moment that, first of all, I don't love what I do, because I love it, or else I wouldn't be here every single day, every morning, behind the scenes, doing different things, planning out, meeting. Y'all don't know how many times we get together, we meet. Y'all, we talk every single day, every day until we go to bed at night so that we can make this business. Yes, honey, I was shouting, Tony. You hear me? Listen, he brought the fire tonight. So people don't know how much we're talking behind the scenes to get to the next level. So let me explain to you what is happening at the Brownstone. And I noticed it Sunday. We literally have entire days where our shows are back to back to back. Okay. So we have Monday is a perfect example. I come on in the morning, the day shift. And then after the day shift, you have an entire day of getting your news and information that you can use at brownstoneworldwide.com. Then on top of that, after you get all of your news and information you use, you can take us on to go with you with KCCR Radio of the Brownstone. Then at 12 noon, listen, you got the Hot Lunch Mix. We got mixes that come through all the time from different, like DJ Tony T. And then we have the Philosopher. We have so many people that drop their mixes with us. Then we also have our podcast shows, our video podcast shows that eventually turn into podcast shows that are part of KCCR and also brownstoneworldwide.com. So we have the Nicole Johnson of Your Money Matters. We also have Marshawn Alano of Love Restored. Then I come back for tips, topics, and talk to round everything out. It is so awesome to see what is happening slowly but surely. And I thought about what DeCarlo was talking about, because then on Tuesday, I come back in the morning and I give you what? Again, the day shift, first thing in the morning. Then on Wednesday, here we are. We got DeCarlo Collins with the front porch. And then here I am with tips, topics, and talk in the evening. And then tomorrow, of course, the day shift. And then what happens in the evening? Cullen's Corner, one of our flagship shows. Y'all know how long Cullen's Corner been around. Cullen's Corner has been around since it was called Love, Live, Breathe. That's how long it's been around. It's crazy. It was before video was even a thing. We've been around that long, right? It was when we were the Brownstone Center. That's how long we've been around. And when DeCarlo said what he did about you might not get it right the first time, you might not get it right the second time. But if you hold on, you will see what the end is going to be. And I was moved by that. And I thought, you know what? He's right. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I might love what I do. But here's the reality. It takes time, right? It takes effort and networking and people like Tony Sanchez, one of our DJs. It takes people coming to the family and saying, I'm down with what you're doing. I understand that it takes time. And seeing that eventually over time, we're starting to get some results. People are reaching out to us now, and it's starting to flip me out. Right? I got inboxes upon inboxes for the past couple of weeks that I don't really talk about because we need to make sure that things are solid first, right? But it is so amazing to see what happens when you finally decide that you're going to get rid of the stinking thinking, that you're finally going to believe the vision that God gave you, that you're going to continue to move on anyway, that you are going to continue to do what you were told to do, even when you don't understand or even have a clue on how things are going to get through or how things are going to happen. You keep moving anyway. I'm going to tell you something that I don't tell people often. This won't let me sleep. Y'all don't hear me. It won't let me sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night with my mind racing on what the next phase is, and the next phase is, and the next phase is. This has been happening for years. I reach out and I be texting Con, I be like, oh my God, I hope it's not too late. Because, you know, he got a whole Maya. You know, I got to respect the wife. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be careful. You know what I mean? And so I'm texting Cullen, check this out. Let's do da-da-da. You know, DeCarlo, what you know. And then sometimes we reach out to other people and we're constantly, you know, working and doing all of the things that it takes, because it takes money. It takes time to build websites, to keep them running, to keep people going. And yes, it's called passion, and it won't let me sleep. And the reason why it won't let me sleep is because it's something that has been in my spirit ever since I was a little girl. When I was a little girl, this is a true story. While I make these cupcakes, I'm just talking. Listen, I grew up in a family that was pro-black. You hear me? They was about the black and the black and the black, okay? And the community that I grew up in was blacker than black. Okay? And so one of the things that I lovingly remember were my parents had a basement full of every Ebony magazine and every Jet magazine. It was boxes of them. And if they didn't have the original Ebony or Jet, let me tell you what they had. They had the box set, because baby, back in the day, you could buy the whole box set. I don't know if nobody remember that, but it used to come in a hardcover like an encyclopedia, and it would be the entire year's worth of Ebony. And I used to sit down and I used to open up the magazine. Listen close, y'all. I used to open up the magazine and I would be enamored in the basement, on the floor, on a concrete floor. Was a rug down because they had it decorated and stuff, and we had like Grimace painted on the wall and Ronald McDonald and Hamburglar and stuff, and it was a pool table down there. Because see, growing up in the Midwest, right, we had a basement, and here you don't really get a basement here unless, of course, you pay extra for that. So anyway, I would sit in the middle of the floor as a little girl. And I remember, honey, this is when I was flat chested and everything. And I would just sit there and I would be so enamored with the black and white photos and everything that these amazing Black people were doing. I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. And then somebody messed around and I saw my first ad. I will never, ever, ever forget it. It was a Stouffer's macaroni and cheese ad. And it was in one of these magazines. And I remember the colors. And y'all, it was a Black family. And they were sitting down to eat in this picture. And I thought, oh, this is so cool. But not only that, just wait. This is really, y'all probably like, why should you? Because it's important for y'all to understand why I got this passion. So there were words. And I decided I wanted to read them. Because I could hear the words. And I thought, oh, I want to read it. And so I read it, and I sounded good. And I was like, oh, wow. I had to be like 9 or 10. I'll never, ever, ever forget it. So every chance I got, I would buy a magazine. And when I got old enough and I got my first job working at the mall, Grand Avenue Mall, I worked at a store called 579 because I used to wear a size 5. I don't know what this is, but I used to wear size 5. So I got it because I wanted the discount. So I would take my little paycheck, because honey, that's all it was a little paycheck. And listen, I would literally go buy magazines, and I would open the magazines and I would look at the ads. This is a true story. I didn't want the content. I would read it. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted the ads. I wanted to read them. And I didn't understand why I wanted to read them, but I wanted to read them. And then somebody messed around and heard my voice. And when they heard my voice, I was asked to come in and to cut a commercial. I might have been about 16, 17 years old. Then it was a guy that had a small studio in his home, and we were in there and we would be recording. He literally lived across the street from us. Really nice guy. And so I would go over there and I would record. And then I ended up in college. And at that college was a young man by the name of Todd Thomas. And Todd Thomas, really cool cat, he went to our rival high school, was just getting signed to a record label. And he knew I could sing. And so he asked me to join what they were doing. And so I did. And that's how I ended up in Atlanta, because I wanted to sing. But it's bigger than that. And I didn't know it back then. I didn't know. All I knew was I needed my fix. My fix was Ebony Magazine and Essence. So when I went out on tour and I did my thing or whatever, I was going to stop somewhere and I was going to get me a magazine. And I'm still like that today. Y'all, I got Women's World magazines and everything else all throughout this house. It is ridiculous. I have stacks, right? And then I had to throw them away after a while. But I got really smart because now I can get the digital copy on my phone, okay? And so I have digital copies of Women's World and Women's Day and Home Design and all of these magazines, but I'm never looking really at, I want the ads. I want to read them. I want to understand them. I want to get the psyche of it, all of that. I don't know why I've been like that since a kid. Fast rewind. 1984. I start high school and I meet this really weird kid who is as bright as a light bulb with red hair. And his name was Cullen Carey. And we hit it off. We became really, really good friends. And we would do the morning announcements together all through high school up until we graduated. He ended up going to UW-Whitewater. I ended up going to University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. And so we split, right? But we always kept in touch. So when my daughter was born, he came to visit, and then he became her godfather. And so we became we were like family, right? So I knew his dad. His dad was one of my instructors and my coach. I knew his mom, his sister, Tweety, or Millicent, excuse me, his brother, Johnny, all of these amazing people. So we connected. We became really close friends. And so the years went by and we reconnected because of Facebook. And then we started doing this show called Love, Live, Breathe. But Love, Live, Breathe just didn't fit. That was a great mantra, but Cullen's Corner fits so much better because he's like the freaking Pied Piper. He's the friendliest person you'll ever meet. He does not meet a stranger. Does not at all. So we decided, yeah, let's go ahead and do a show. Blog Talk Radio just came out. It was me, him, D Page. Shout out to D Page. We got Winnie Phillips. Shout out to Winnie Phillips. We have Clay Johnson. Shout out to Clay Johnson. May he rest in peace. We got L Boogie in the building, Lamont Belton, who was a part of the Corner family at the time, and Miss Nikki Thomas, all the way in H-Town. And we would get together every week and we would do these amazing shows. We ended up doing a cruise, Divas and Dons cruise, along with D Page and her husband's help. And it was an amazing time. We had so much fun. And then we began to build. We didn't even know we had at the time, right? We were just having fun. We were enjoying each other's company. I remember on the cruise, we actually did a show. We actually did a live show. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. It was so much fun. And so we continued to grow. And then we ended up working with Lifetime Movie Network and doing some things with the Aaliyah movie, and working on some other projects and working with what's this kid's name? K Camp and actually another young lady. She's kind of blown up on social media right now, but we've done some things, Jack. We've done some things. And then life happened and I ended up relocating back here. But one thing that never stopped, I don't care what the budget called for, I was keeping KCCR alive. I was going to keep it alive. Didn't matter. Didn't matter that we had to rebuild everything from the ground up again. Okay. And along the way, we had our naysayers. Along the way, we had people that tried to take it from us. This is a true story. We had people that tried to take it from us because they saw the value even before we did. Listen to what I'm telling you. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because there's going to be more to the story as we go along. I'm not telling y'all all of the ugly, and I'm not ever going to get deep into that. And I'm not really going to go into detail about all of the work that it takes. But what I will tell you is this ain't no joke. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you have a passion, you have a drive, you have a love for something, it's going to drive you. It's going to It's going to wake you up in the morning like it does me. It's going to be like, okay, well, I know I said I was going to do X, Y, Z. And even though, I'm not beholden to anybody, it is a commitment to myself to get up and make it happen every single day. Right? But it didn't come along. It doesn't always happen that way. Like a perfect example is I came home. I was so tired because I was up all night and I was working and I was posting content, and we were getting ready for the breast cancer walk that starts on Monday. And then we're getting ready to do another Water for Jackson fundraiser that starts this week. Right. And so we got all of this stuff happening, not to mention, oh, you went for what you wanted and got it. We not done. Oh, if you only knew. And I gotta keep my mouth closed. I gotta keep my mouth closed because there's so much more to the story. We're writing the story as we go. And I think when DeCarlo said what he did about, taking the dead skin off, you got to get there and got to take that dead skin off. That's what we had to do, because there were naysayers. There were people that laughed at us. There were people that said, who do you all think that you are? You know what I mean? Yes, Tracy. Yes, we're doing it. And it's work. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you don't love what you do, you won't stick it out. If you don't believe in what you're doing, you're not going to stick it out. And I'm going to tell you something else. We've had to reach out for help, right? We've had to hire coaches. I've had to hire I'm in a mastermind right now. It's the best decision I ever made. And I ain't even going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it does not sometimes hurt everyone. But we have grown so much because of it. We have reached different heights because of it. And shout out to Lamar Tyler and Traffic Sales and Profit, TSP Mastermind for life, baby. You hear me? Because sometimes if you don't know what you don't know, you have to reach out for the additional help. And when I realized that we had something, I was like, I got to go. I got to do it. I go to conferences. I've met some amazing people. The people that are now a part of our Air Personality family, some of them are mastermind. And there are more that are coming, people that want to be contributing writers, people that are reaching out to me that I wouldn't have ever thought are reaching out and showing love and wanting to connect and learn more about what we do. And now some people can take that and say, oh, well, they wasn't worried when you wasn't doing nothing. You don't know that. Sometimes they want to see what you're going to do, because sometimes that dead skin shows itself. And it rubs up against the walls, and you can hear the noise. You can hear the noise of the naysayers and even the stinking thinking that you have in yourself. That's that dead skin that DeCarlo was talking about, right? And so you have to get to a point where every morning when you get up or in the middle of the night, what are you listening to? What are you putting into your ear gate? What are you saying out of your mouth? What are you watching? Who are you connecting yourself with? All of these things matter. And all along the way, I'm going to stop and I'm going to open a magazine and I'm going to read an ad, right? But there's a bigger story behind this that a lot of you all will not know unless, of course, I tell it. About 10 years ago, I was living in Arkansas and I was driving home from work, and I received a very unusual call from a gentleman who had the most beautiful baritone voice I had ever heard. And he said, "You don't know me, but I got your number from your Uncle Leonard." He said, "I'm your cousin." And I said, "Okay." He said, "I'm your mama's first cousin." And I had to pull over on the side of the road because my mother passed away from domestic violence. And I thought, really? He said, "Yes." And he said, "You don't know me, but I really wanted to reach out to you because your uncle said that you're in radio." And I said, "I am." I was trying to keep together at that point, He said, "So am I." And I knew instantly that he was, because you could hear it in his voice, that baritone. Honey, he sounded like Barry White's first cousin. But he was my cousin, my mama's first cousin. And he said, "You don't know this, but when your mom was living here in Louisiana, my family's from Louisiana, living here, she used to come with me when we were kids, and I worked at the radio station here." Now, by this time, I'm bawling. He said, your mama used to help me cut reel to reels. And she knew how to do it. And she used to cut the commercials too. I was no more good. I was done because I had no idea. So he said, I was so sad when they moved to Wisconsin. He said, but their mom wanted a better life for them. And so she moved them to Milwaukee. So he said, I miss her. And I often wondered what happened to her and to her children. He said, and now I know. Yep, you's hungry. No, I haven't even started because I'm over here telling the story. So listen, I made a decision at that moment, number one, that I was going to find out where he was. Well, I learned that he ended up buying an urban radio station in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And he and I have connected about a year ago or so. And I have made it my business that I'm going to take a trip because I think my mama will want me to, right? And I think I'm telling you this because sometimes we think that what we have is just who we are, but this is in my blood. And I didn't even know. It runs through the family. I had no idea. I bawled the whole way home. It took me 45 miles to get to the house that day. Okay, 45 miles, never forget it. Not minutes, miles, because I was driving real slow because I was crying and I kept having to pull over. And I was like, I needed that. But then it made me wonder, in everything that I'm doing right now, who's driving me? What's driving me? If it's in my blood and it started with reel to reel, some of y'all who are in radio, you know what a reel to reel is. I learned how to cut commercials on a reel to reel. We don't even do it like that anymore. We use Adobe and we use all of these different pieces of software. You can actually cut a commercial using GarageBand on your phone. Back then, you couldn't do it when I started. It was reel to reel. Mess it up if you want to and splice it. You had to start over. You know what I mean? So I honestly believe that it's in my blood. It just is what it is. And I want to see what the end gonna be. So y'all excuse my counter because I had dinner. I had tomatoes and corn on the cob tonight. But y'all, I have I have these cute little, they say boo and Halloween on them. And these are cupcake paper liners. And I'm going to put this in my, hang on. I'm trying to raise this up without, see, KJ uses this sometime and it gets on my daggone nerves. All right, so there we go. Y'all, I'm going to try my best not to make a mess. So here we go. There's my corn. I told her to put that in the trash. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting my cake batter. I mean, Minnie Mouse, she's supposed to be helping. Where's she at? Are you going to help? Y'all, while we're waiting for that, listen, let me tell you some of the stuff that we're doing. So if you are not aware, beginning on Monday, we are literally doing our very first Founders Birthday Dash. It is a 52-mile walk that we are asking everybody to do in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it is from October 9th through October 31st. The reason why is me and Cohen's birthday is in October. And so we figured, let's just let this be the first annual one. And you can actually go ahead and order your t-shirt now. It'll take about a week for you to get it, right? But we still wanted to go ahead and do it because why not, right? You can order your t-shirt and proceeds from the purchase of the t-shirt is actually going to breast cancer research. Okay. Let me see. Where's the website at? Okay.
Why didn't you come?
What? Because you're supposed to be helping me. What you doing? What you doing, man? Huh? Y'all, I can't find the dang on website. Who deleted it?
KJ did.
KJ did.
I think
No. Here it is. You're going to go to bit.ly, Brownstone Living, My Brownstone Living, mybrownstoneliving.com. There it is. Okay, much better. All right, so this is where you're going to go. If you want to purchase this t-shirt, right here for our breast cancer walk for the month. You can walk 52 miles. There's also a link. I'm going to be sharing the link a little bit later in an article for you guys. Go on over to Brownstone's Best, join the group, or you can also join our private group, the Corner Family. And the link is going to be there because we're actually going to be walking as a challenge as a group in an app. Okay. So I wanted to definitely let you guys know that, but I will be sharing how you can register and get going, and also order your t-shirt at mybrownstoneliving.com. So Amina is supposed to be helping me, but you see how that's turning out, honey. She over here sipping and watching cartoons and everything else. Yeah, right. No, you're not.
I am.
Okay, whatever. Y'all, I'm getting ready to make a whole mess, okay? What I tell you, be careful. All right, so we're putting... Girl, y'all see how she is. All right, so y'all know how we do, right? So anything that I don't finish during a broadcast, I put on Facebook Reels. So I'm just gonna make a mess. This is chocolate. That's gross. Don't say that. All right, I don't know what they be teaching them kids at school. I don't understand. So y'all see, I'm just taking my little spoon. Let me tell you something. This is a box cake. I ain't tripping, but I did, instead of oil, I used butter. Okay, for those of you all who are like, oh my God, did you make that? Girl? No, I ain't even got that kind of time in my life. Okay, but what I did do was I purchased a bunch of decorations from the Dollar Tree. The cupcake liners I got from the Dollar Tree. The icing I got from the Dollar Tree. And I don't even know why we call it the Dollar Tree anymore, because it really ain't. All right, so Amina, I'm making a mess. And that's okay. We're going to go ahead. The oven is already preheated to 350 degrees.
It's too hot.
Yes, it's too hot. And let's see. We're going to... I need a spoon. Hand me a spoon. This is a mess.
You're not using my spoon because...
All righty. This is a whole mess, y'all. What are we doing?
With this spoon or a big spoon?
Yes, that's fine. Okay.
You guys have a golden spoon.
She has a golden spoon and she wants y'all to see it. Why? Okay. So y'all, I told y'all that story about my mom because I don't know what's driving me. And now that I sit back and I think about it since I'm talking to y'all, it's her. It's driving me. And I did not know. I didn't know. I honestly didn't, which means she started in radio really, really young. Really, really young. And then she started having babies. And I think that went out the window once she started having kids. Her dreams and stuff went, but she had a beautiful voice, y'all. My mama could sing her tail off. A lot of people don't know that. Beautiful voice. I'm talking about a powerhouse, and she was a little bitty thing. I don't think my mother was 5 feet tall. Honestly, little bitty thing. We used to tease her because we were all taller than her. All of us were taller than her.
Did you make fun of her?
I think I'm the tallest of my siblings. Actually, as a matter of fact, I know I am. On my mother's side, and I'm the oldest on my daddy's side. I can't say I'm the tallest though, because I have a baby brother that's like 6'2".
That's a lot of chocolate.
It's a lot of chocolate, right, Meows?
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Like
so we're getting it in there. Y'all see this? This is a hot mess, okay? Smells good. Get your nose out of it. Get your swag on. All right, so we're gonna. Tony said, "Is it done yet?" Child, I hadn't even put it in there yet. I was so busy telling that story. But I am really, really grateful that DeCarlo came on and shared that, because it really inspired me and it helped me to understand that there's so many moving parts to this that sometimes it can be so freaking overwhelming. And y'all know what? Sometimes I get in my feelings and stuff because it's hard. It is hard. And I'm not going to lie to you. I have those days I'm like, what in the world am I doing? Who do I think I am? The chosen one. How about that? Okay. I am the chosen one. For some reason, it won't let me sleep at night. Won't let me sleep. It's called passion, like Tony said. All right, y'all. So don't forget, tomorrow is Cullen's Corner. Come back and join us for Cullen's Corner tomorrow evening. We're going to be talking about a couple of things in this particular week's episode about body image, body shaming. Did y'all hear me when I said earlier on in the call, when we first started, I talked about how I didn't like how this outfit, this top made me look, and I'm not going to wear it again, even though I bought it because I thought it was cute. But it makes me look like I'm 300 pounds. It makes me look like I'm 200 pounds. I'm not, right? But you know, they say the camera puts weight on you, honey. So I'm not even worried about it. But all right, so I think, so let me tell y'all, Amina is not worried about these cupcakes, clearly. No, you're not, because you're running around the house and stuff. You need to get ready and take a bath. That's what you need to do. Oh, okay. Got quiet real quick, didn't it? Uh-huh. All right. Okay, so I think we have enough in here. Let's see. So if y'all missed DeCarlo on the front porch this evening, please go back and watch that. It was great. Very inspiring show. Very, very inspiring. Okay, so I think we can get a little bit more. You can see I wanted to kind of fill out on the top, right? You know how when you see the commercials, there I go with the daggone commercials again. Where it puffs up and it's hanging over the top. It's like puffy on the top, right? I would love for these cupcakes to do that, but I am fully aware that it may not. Okay, so I put my little eggs in here. I used butter instead of vegetable oil to kind of reduce some of the greasiness, and just, using real butter is even, better anyways, I think. Okay, all right, so here we have a whole heap of our chocolate cupcakes. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. The oven is on 350 degrees currently. All right, so I'm going to go over here. Y'all going to follow me over here?
Yep.
Over here.
Over here.
All right.
Over
I'm
here.
going to go ahead and put those in the oven. It's not going to take those long to bake. Now, what I want to talk about next is what's coming up for Cullen's Corner and for the day shift and all of the other shows. So first things first is, of course, tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for the hugs. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's coming up for Cullen's Corner tomorrow? We're going to be talking about the 1 to 10. How do you rate your body? Somebody actually posted like a picture in their undergarments. Like, why would you do that? But okay, girl, if you believe that you're a 9, I am not one to have you feel bad about yourself. Go right. And she looked amazing. So yeah, that's number 1. Body image. How do you feel about yourself? And go ahead and check out the article. It is on brownstoneworldwide.com right now. He wrote it and submitted it this morning for you guys to go ahead and check out. You can go over to the Brownstone and you can check out Cullen's Corner, his actual page on brownstoneworldwide.com. Super excited to get him to start using it. But that's the first of many articles that he has based upon emails that y'all send him. Which I think is still amazing. Like, he has a plethora. Like, we had a meeting on Sunday, and he was talking about all of the emails that he got. So we go through those. So we actually see them and we see the content and the topics that you guys literally send to him for us to have as hot topics. So I'm really, really surprised at that and impressed. Now, let's also talk about what's happening on October 20th. We are literally, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to share with you guys not my pantry, but what's on my this is what's happening for the month of October, and let me read it. Let me see. Your Black Dollar Matters. We're having a financial summit that's coming up. We're working on, and we want you guys to be a part of it. The Nicole Johnson of Your Money Matters, her show airs on Mondays, is going to help to get the summit together for you guys. You don't want to miss that. And the reason why is because we have recently learned that the black dollar is losing its power, and what we need to be able to do with that, because if we're not careful, by 2053 we will have no power in terms of what our dollars are able to do in this country if we're not careful. Okay, Brownstone Worldwide, our Black Health, a part of Cullen's Corner, is coming, and it's called Our Black Health, Why We Don't Trust, right? That is October 20th. So y'all, don't ever think for a minute that we just don't sit down and plan stuff out, because we do, right? We literally sit down and we plan. Are you guys on the satellite Sirius radio yet? Girl, not yet, honey. Did you hear what I said? Not yet. But here's where we are. We are currently on Apple and Android. We are currently on Amazon Alexa. We're also on what's the Google one? The box, the little whatever. It's and then we're also in your smart cars. Now, here's what I will tell you, Tracy, to answer your question. We did get accepted to be a part of Sirius Radio. We turned it down because back then it was, you could not broadcast anywhere else. You could only broadcast on Sirius, right? And we didn't want to give up that kind of power. Okay, because if you're going to do that, then that means that you're finna put us on your payroll. And what I know is that we can generate more money. You've been trying to listen to us in your car. Oh, girl, all you got to do is download the app. Download the app, and if you have your Bluetooth, it'll connect directly to it. The other thing that you can do is, I'm going to have to look it up, because what I do is I connect my Bluetooth when I'm listening to us in my car. And now when I'm using my older car, I use a regular aux jack. Yep, absolutely. And the thing is I would love to be a part of Sirius Radio, but y'all not taking my power away from me. And that was the reason why we declined it. We were like, nah, yeah. But thank you so much. We appreciate that. Now, I'll tell you what was happening this weekend. So DeCarlo is a music buff, loves it. And so he is taking on the charge. We're actually changing out the music. Here's what's getting ready to happen. Beginning November 1st. Y'all ready for this? Hallelujah for Christmas. Okay, so we're going to start playing. We're going to start interspersing Christmas music into our regular lineup. And outside of our regular shows like Tony Sanchez's show, my show, Cullen's Corner, Ear Hustling Radio, and our other podcasters, we will play nothing but strictly Christmas music for the rest of the year. And the reason why is because we have to start getting our other air personalities lined up. Okay, it's a lot that's happening behind the scenes that I dare not get into, because I'll start sweating. Okay, like I'm having a hot flash. So we need to be able to take that time. So we're Bing Crosby, you know what I'm saying. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Okay, yeah. So songs like that. A little bit of Christmas time is here. Yes, honey. Yes. So just get ready. And I'm not a Mariah Carey fan, but all I want for Christmas is you. Yeah. Yeah. A song in my mind. Yeah, y'all know that song. Yeah, look, Donny Hathaway in the building. Yes. So for the rest of the year, starting Thanksgiving Day, it will be outside of the regular show. Yes. Yes. Songs like that. I'm a nut. Yeah, I know. So yeah. So this is I keep this up so that I can keep up with the campaigns that we have coming up for the month. But y'all, so I want to tell y'all, so I am going to brag on this one just a little bit, because I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Y'all see that new bottle? So let me tell you the beauty that's happening with this. This is Brownstone Blends. It is a part of the syndicated radio show, The Sunday Brunch, where we help you rise and shine for your life. Now, we are going to start taking pre-orders beginning October 9th. Last year, we didn't take pre-orders, and boy, did we pay for it, because we literally sold out and I was exhausted, okay? So this year, we're taking pre-orders to get ready, but Brownstone Blends is officially going to be in 2 stores here in Georgia, and also at GeorgiaGiftsAndMore.com and their physical store, okay? Which this particular establishment has relationships with a ton of different travel agencies and things like that. So it will be one of those gifts that will keep on giving, and we're really excited about that. So one of their requests was that we change the label. Okay, and as you can see, it has to say made in Georgia. So that's the reason why we changed the label. I actually like this one better anyway, and it had to have, once it officially starts going into grocery stores, we'll have to make sure that our nutrition and stuff is on the label and stuff like that. So that's the next phase. So this right here is also going to be available at mybrownstoneliving.com beginning on Monday. If you try to order it right now, you're going to see the old picture right now, but all of that is getting ready to change. So I'm really excited about that. And in addition to that particular brand that's a part of the Sunday brunch, which falls under our assets with Brownstone Worldwide, is also the Sunday brunch's very first cookbook, and it's called A Month of Sundays. Guess what, y'all? It's going to print. That is all. I'm so excited. Let me tell you the reason why I did it. Because in order for the spices to be a part of these two stores in Georgia Gifts and More, we literally had to have the book as a partner with it. So that's the reason why we did that. Okay. It had to come as a whole set. So don't forget, you get the 4 spices, you get the Brownstone Living and Essentials kitchen towel set, and you get 4 recipes. Recipe cards that comes in a gift box for you, right? And then if you want to order the cookbook, the physical cookbook, not the digital download, the physical cookbook, you can also order that and it will come as a set for you, okay? So we're really, really crazy, super excited about that, honey. I don't even know how to act. Listen, it is all of the things, and it's a lot of work, but I wouldn't have it any other way, because again, it won't let me sleep. So I just keep going. I just keep going. And so big shout out to DeCarlo for helping me to understand and realize exactly what it is that he's dealing with, because that took a lot to even talk about it. You know, this is a challenge. It could make or break you. It can make or break a friendship. It can make it stronger. And that is what I'm experiencing. I have met some amazing, amazing people along the way, and it's just going to get better and better from here. So we're really excited. If I sound super excited, it's because I am. Because even though this is a lot, it's worth it. And I know that there's much, much more that's coming down the pipe. DeCarlo says something that I know is next, and that's a facility, a studio facility. Which is necessary at this point. But as we continue to grow, hopefully we'll be able to see that. I'm sure we'll be able to see that before the end of 2023. But you know what? Here's the thing. You've got to be able to get through the bumps and the bruises, and you got to continue to keep scraping off the dead skin, okay, as you walk through your journey, if you will. So let me see. Let's also talk about, so DeCarlo also talked about during his show. So I'm going to put this up here. Y'all, we got merch. Hallelujah. Yes, we got merch. So this is Brownstone Worldwide's merch. And we have Cullen's Corner, hats, caps, tees, all of that. Same thing with the Sunday brunch. All of that is available right now. And you can head on over to mybrownstoneliving.com, which is the Brownstone Marketplace. And we literally just pulled everything down and started from scratch. So we're still building. We're still getting through the rough pieces and so forth. And so we are looking to continue to grow. Advertising is always available through us. You can go through the contact us page on brownstoneworldwide.com, and there's a drop down, and you can let us know exactly what it is that you would like to do with us. Do you want to be interviewed through Brownstone's Business Review, Brownstone Best Business Review, which we literally have this particular service that we offer to Black businesses. We want people to know who you are. But if you've never done it before, you're not really sure how to do it or whatnot, this is a great way for you to learn how and to get your first interview, your first press, whatever, out of the way, so you can get, and even if you're not, you're just looking to garner our audience, this is a way for you to do that. Let us know. Hit that drop box, that drop down, and let us know. Do you want to be a contributing writer? You got something to say? You want to say it? Join the family, y'all. Be a part of the block. We got some stuff coming next year. We're so excited. Listen, and I could go on and on and on. I'm not, because I'm tired, clearly, and I want to make sure that the cupcakes turn out. If you want to figure out and find out how the cupcakes turned out, I will be posting an article to brownstoneworldwide.com. I will share that. It will be under the kitchen in the Brownstone, and I'll also be sharing some video on Facebook Reels and TikTok a little bit later under my air personality name, your girl Paulette. You can check me out there, and if I feel like it, I might go over to Instagram, but Instagram don't like me. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. All right, you guys, that's my time. I'm getting ready to start wrapping it up. But stay connected. Get over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Let us know how you want to contribute and how you can connect, and if you want to connect. It is a thing. It is a movement. It is a mission for us to continue. Girlfriend, I need a hoodie right now I got you, girl. I got you. Oh, and y'all, we take payments. Okay. Yes, we take Klarna. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Yes, we take Klarna. So yeah, hoodies are definitely on the come up, and we'll actually give it a cute little name. We'll call it the Tracy. So there you go. All right, so let's do that. I'll make a couple for you guys and get some approval and what.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Bye. Anyway, 3 things that I always like to tell you. First of all, I'll see you all tomorrow morning for the day shift where we're going to be giving you news and information that you can use. And also, Alan Edwards will be back with more news. Y'all, guess what? The news that Miss Tracy said, hey, KJ. Y'all have watched my baby grow up. Y'all remember when I had him? Some of y'all remember when he was born. Okay? He going to be 16 in a couple months. I cannot believe it. All right. Now, what else are we doing this week? Oh, that's it. Isn't that enough? Y'all like, comment, share, let other people know what's happening at the Brownstone. We're so excited that you all are a part of the community. And before I end, because I do have about 8 minutes and I'm not going to talk that long, I always like to akin Brownstone Worldwide and the Brownstone community and who we are on the block and the corner family. I always akin us to the communities that I grew up in Wisconsin, where everybody knew you, where the community was comprised of beautiful Black and brown and Native American and Latino people all living together on the east and the north side. And of course, interspersed and sprinkled in there is a couple of macadamia nuts, right? And we all knew each other and we went to school together and we were family. And the church was where you went and it was down the street. Uh-oh, wait, okay. What about David Arnold? What I need to know? What I need to know? What's happening? So you knew everybody, okay? The Boys and Girls Club was open. Well, it was the Boys Club back then, okay? And that's where the brothers went. And then every Tuesday the girls could go until it became the Boys and Girls Club because they realized that was discrimination. The store that we went to go grocery shopping at, of course, that was where everybody went after school. How much longer for the cupcakes, Tony? You remember when I almost burnt those last ones and they ended up being super dry? So let's take a look let's take a look at them, right? All right, so oh yo, they look amazing. Yep. What? Oh my God, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's just like Lucius Harper. I didn't know about him until like later on in the day. Oh my God. So we're again, and here's the thing, y'all, community is so important. We're all like Tony Williams always says, Tony Sanchez says all the time, we all we got. Okay. Yes. Okay. We all we got. Okay. Just like mother stop. So yeah, that's why you asked Tony. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the oven off because it's still hot. But yeah, so that's the reason why it's so important for us to remember who we are as a people and as a community. You didn't hear about it until Sunday? I'm just now hearing about it. Oh my God. And this is why this is so important. What are we leaving? What are we leaving behind? What kind of life would it be if we didn't go after our dreams? We're not promised tomorrow. None of us are. So I am willing to create this community now and share it with everybody now. So unexpected. So with that, 3 things that I always like to tell you all to do as we get ready to leave the Brownstone kitchen. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. Okay. Is this. Listen, love your life. It is the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and enjoy everything that is your life because one day you won't be here. So continue to make memories. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. Because one thing that I know for sure is if you take 1 breath, you'll definitely take 2, and then 3. And then those breaths become days, become weeks, become months, become years, becomes your life. That's if you stick around and make it happen. All right, you guys, I will see you in these internet streets on the block at brownstoneworldwide.com. I'll see you all in the morning for the day shift. Check me out later on Reels for the results on these cupcakes. Have a great night.